Ready for the gym?
Just a second. I'll be right there.
Oh, what's this?
Your birthday card. You weren't supposed to see it. It's still under construction.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've spoiled the surprise.
Well, that's okay.
I want to fix it. Can you restart? Can we go back and start again?
Turn back the hands of time? Well, no. We can't do that.
Can we fake it?
Fake it? Well, yes. We can do that. Here goes.
Ready for the gym?
Just a second. I'll be right there.
Oh, what's this?
It's a blank piece of paper.
It's a blank piece of paper, a clean slate, a tabula rasa, the time-honored symbol for possibility, for potential, for promise, even for hope.
And that particular blank piece of paper has the potential to become your birthday card.
I can't wait to see how you realize that potential. And now, to the gym. I have to ask this question. Are we living in a simulation?
Wow. Are we living in a simulation? What a question. What makes you ask that question?
A lot of people are asking that on the internet. They're asking, are we living in a simulation?
And by simulation, they mean?
An artificial construct. An artificial environment that seems to be, well, this. All of this. Not just this room. Not just this city. Maybe even not just this world.
I see. Where are our martinis? It seems to me that any decent simulation ought to include martinis, thoroughly chilled and promptly delivered, by Chives, our humanoid robot butler.
Your martinis, sir, madam, thoroughly chilled, with a twist, just as you like them.
Ah, that's better. Thank you, Chives. You may have the evening off. Go and visit your ailing humanoid robot mother.
Thank you, sir. And may I wish a very happy birthday to you, madam.
Thank you, Chives. Give my best to your ailing humanoid robot mother.
Thank you, madam. She will be most pleased to know that she is in your thoughts.
Back to my question, my darling. What do you think? Are we living in a simulation?
Would it matter? I mean, if we are living in a simulation, would that make any difference to us? To what we do? To how we live?
I think it would.
But the simulation would be the world as we know it. Why would we care whether it was a simulation or, well, the real thing?
We'd care because we'd feel that we were missing out on something better.
But why assume that the enveloping world is better than the simulation? Maybe it's entirely populated by evil geniuses who create simulations just to watch things go wrong.
There's a precedent for this. I'm entering a trance-like state. I'm accessing the internet.
I bet I'm going to hear from Socrates via Plato.
You're right.
Not in Greek, okay? I won't understand a word of it.
No, not in Greek. In translation. Here he is, in that famous dialogue with Glaucon. Do you mind playing Glaucon?
Not at all.
It's not a big part. Glaucon is really just a device, a rhetorical device. He just says something now and then to show that he's paying attention. He's just there to break up what would otherwise be a long monologue.
Yeah, right. I don't even remember him really. I remember that Socrates is talking to someone, but the listener is just a blur. But I sense an opportunity. Maybe I could do a bit of improvisation.
I'm not sure about improvisation.
Let's see how it goes.
Okay, here comes Socrates.
Behold human beings living in an underground den. Here they have been from their childhood, and they have their legs and necks chained so that they cannot move and can only see before them. Above and behind them a fire is blazing at a distance, and between the fire and the prisoners there is a raised way. And you will see, if you look, a low wall built along the way, like the screen which marionette players have in front of them, over which they show the puppets.
You might want to rethink this beginning. Cave would be better than underground den. Marionettes seems wrong too. The manipulators would have to be above that low wall, and the strings would show. Just trying to help you out here.
And you see men passing along the wall, carrying statues and figures of animals, which appear over the wall.
I get the picture, but what you have in mind is something more like Chinese shadow puppets than marionettes. And why do you have to make the people in the cave prisoners?
They are prisoners like ourselves, and they see only their own shadows, or the shadows of one another, which the fire throws on the opposite wall of the cave. To them, the truth would be literally nothing but the shadows of the images.
So, to put it plainly, what you believe is...
Listen to me, you impudent pup. I don't know who you are, but you are no Glaucon. I know that. He knew his place. Kindly hold your tongue and allow me to conclude.
Please do.
Look again, and see what will naturally follow if the prisoners are released and disabused of their error. At first, when any of them is liberated, and compelled suddenly to stand up and turn his neck round, and walk, and look towards the light, he will suffer sharp pains. He will require time to grow accustomed to the upper world, the world of knowledge, of all things beautiful and right, and the immediate source of reason and truth.
So, basically, you believe...
Do not presume to tell me what I believe.
Okay. Let's say that in your allegory, the cruel and capricious gods have imprisoned these poor souls in a cave and deluded them with a simulation of the real world. And only at the expense of great pain and struggle can an exceptional human, like yourself of course, manage to escape the cave, reach the higher level, and discover all things beautiful and right, and the source of reason and truth. It strikes me that the philosopher who had the strongest influence on me when I was a boy had a very different idea of the relative value of the world inside the cave and the world outside the cave.
Which philosopher was that?
Baldy the Dummy.
Did you say Baldy the Dummy?
Yes, I did. I think that for Baldy, the cave was the time of innocent childhood. Maybe it was Baldy's simulation of that time, and he didn't want his young listeners to be too quick, too eager to leave it for the wider world. The real world. He used to end his late-night radio show with a litany of the day's bad news, disasters large and small, and examples of, well, what Matthew Arnold called the turbid ebb and flow of human misery. And then he would say, "Let me see if I can do it."
Stay in the cave, boys and girls. It's a nasty world out there. Roll a rock in front of the entrance and stay in the cave.
Ready for bed?
I'll be right there.
Oh, what's this?
It's that blank piece of paper, but it has realized its potential as your birthday card.
With the help of Marc Chagall.
Yes, the birthday.
Now that couple is definitely living in a simulation.
One where a couple can achieve mutual reciprocal levitation. Let's see if we can join them there. Lights out. Fade to black.
Oh, what's this?
I can swing along through anything, and skies will be sunny and blue. Just as long as the world goes round and around, and I go around with you. I can smile in every weary mile. I know that I'll always come through. Just as long as the world goes round and around, and I go around with you. You are the bow and the fiddle, playing the strings of my heart. There'd be no song worth singing if we should ever part. But life would be the sweetest melody, a song of a love that is true.